The Michigan Football Report is sponsored today by Mint Mobile. Get wireless plans, nationwide wireless plans, starting as low as $15 per month. Go to mintmobile.com/chatsports. Link is down in the comments and the description. I'll tell you some more benefits about Mint Mobile here in a moment. All right, it is game week, everybody. James, what are you wearing? A suit tie? What are you, a suit? No, I mean business, baby, okay? I'm wearing a suit because it is game week. Time to get game face on. Means some business. I got the Michigan coat. No shout-outs anymore because they're not sponsoring us. But nevertheless, it's a business week, so make sure you got a pep in your step. Today on Sunday, tomorrow when you go into work, it is game week. And this worked so well last year, right? Let's not jinx it. Let's say, we're not going to say beat Colorado State because whatever. Do you want Michigan to go undefeated? If you do, you got to like this video. Don't jinx it. Same rules as last year. If they lose a game, I'm coming for you, okay? I can see a list. Everybody, 15, 20,000 people watch the video, whatever. I get a list of every single person's name who watched it. I'm going to compare it to the like list. If you're on there, I'm coming for you if you don't like the video, if Michigan loses the game. Like the video if you want the Wolverines to go undefeated. All right, a little bit different show. We're going to mix a little bit of news, some rumors here and there out there, what's going on with this team, take a couple questions towards the end of the show. But we are going to start a thing. I'm going to do it every single week. We're going to show who the internet who's boss. I haven't really fleshed out what that means necessarily, but introducing a new segment and ask for you guys called the Michigan Football Flash Mob. I'm going to find somebody that just is disrespecting your Wolverines or just saying outlandish things on the internet, and we're going to let them know who's boss, all right? This week's guy, this is a week-old tweet, but I had it saved, and I'm like, I can't let this go, okay? Big Game Boomer, all right? One of the most thirsty people in Twitter history, right? Guy must have, just a lot of time. He puts out top 50 lists of everything you could actually imagine. Actually, a really funny Twitter account out there. It's like Big Game Boomer Adults Only, which is a parody of him, which is really funny if you want to go check that one out. But this guy's been out there. He's been doing this listicle thing for about 2 years. He's named me like best follow for Michigan football fans, like on 3 different lists. And then a week later comes out with one naming other one. He's just trying to get retweets and all that stuff. He's also named me worst Michigan football Twitter. So whatever. He put out a tweet that was saying the top 25 rivalries in college football, most intense this year. And he had like Clemson, South Carolina as number 1. Michigan State is number 5. Didn't even have Ohio State. Replied to his own tweet, Michigan, Ohio State may have the most overrated rivalry blown up by the media every year. The true rivalry between Michigan and Michigan State. Iron Bowl is overhyped as well. What is wrong with this guy? Sam, wellness check. Is he on crack?
Listen, I'm quite anti-SEC as a whole, and even I know the Iron Bowl and Michigan-Ohio State are great rivalry games that you have to watch every single year.
You heard it from producer Sam, Oklahoma grad. That's Big Game Boomer, is Oklahoma guy. He thinks this guy's on crack. So here's what we're gonna do.
I don't associate myself.
Here's what we're gonna do. Comment this. A link to this tweet is pinned below this video. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, show out. We did it with Ohio State head of director personnel Mark Pantoni last year. Just go comment on this tweet for Big Game Boomer. It's from last week. He won't know what's going on. Click on the tweet, go in there, and just type "Go Blue" on this exact tweet. He's got a ton of replies. It's what he wants. He wants people to do it, but I don't want him to go unchecked on this tweet because somebody's got to put an end to this guy. So type "Go Blue" on his exact tweet, reply in there. I'm hoping we get 50, 100 of you guys to do so. You're going to see my reply in there too. So give it a like if you want. Reply "Go Blue" to Big Game Boomer. All right, you guys, we're kind of just figuring out where we're going to put more of our content this year. Let me know where what your favorite platform right now is for Michigan football news, information, shows, highlights, whatever it is. I'll stick to the internet-focused ones, but if you want to add, you say, hey, my favorite platform is something else, go ahead and type T for Twitter, Y, if it's YouTube, type Yoder, because that's we're the kings of YouTube for Michigan football. Facebook, type F. We do have a Facebook page. And then if you listen to podcasts, that's your go-to. Go ahead and type P. If it's other like websites or message boards or somewhere else, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Because I'll see if you guys are hanging out in other places more than YouTube. Maybe I'll put more content over there. So T, Y, T, Yoder, P, or F for those ones. All right, as we are in game week, you might have seen the ESPN Football Power Index. It came out a few days ago, but I wanted to wait till Sunday of game week. You're going to take a look at the full Michigan football schedule. Where do the computers, the algorithms out there that ESPN has used for a number of years think that Michigan has a chance against in every single game on the schedule? Starting off with this Saturday's matchup against Colorado State in the Big House, noon Eastern. 97.6% chance of winning. Okay, cool. That sounds like a pretty easy win for Michigan. Hawaii the week after that, the game I'll be at, 98% chance of winning. UConn, 99.1% chance of winning. Maryland, 82.6% chance of winning. So looks like Michigan will walk through their September slate. Although Maryland, they can pass the ball. They got Tua's brother on there and a high-powered offense at times. How about we get into October? At Iowa, where Michigan has struggled for 40 years, closer games than they should be sometimes, a handful of losses, 70% chance of winning. Now, I know Michigan just beat them 42-3 in the Big Ten title game, but that seems rather high to me. I was surprised by that one. Indiana at home. Michigan lost them for the first time in 2020 since the 80s, but it's an 85.9% chance of beating the Hoosiers this year. Back-to-back games with a bye week in the middle. Penn State and Michigan State at home, October 15th and October 29th. 66.9% chance of winning against Penn State and 69.5% to break a 2-game losing streak to Mel Tucker and the Spartans. Then we get into November. 88% chance of winning at Rutgers, the home of the 78-0 beatdown from 2016. 80% chance of beating Nebraska at home. A 93.1% chance in the home finale against Illinois. And then going on the road to Ohio State, 15.2% chance. I don't know where they get this number. Maybe it's the 15 points Michigan just beat Ohio State by. The media seems to give Utah a lot of love for just keeping it close versus Ohio State. But apparently the computers and the media around the world doesn't give Michigan much love for beating Ohio State actually by 15 points. So I think Ohio State's getting a little overhyped. Michigan is getting a little underhyped, given the fact, okay, they lost Aiden Hutchinson, David Ojabo. Still plenty of players waiting to take their spot. Probably won't get the same production, but I trust what Michigan has coming back on defense. You know who else I trust, Sam? I trust today's presenting sponsor. It is Mint Mobile, folks. Unlimited premium wireless starting as low as $15 a month. Folks, the cost of everything is rising. I've been really focused on saving money where I can. That's why I'm excited to switch. I switched to Mint Mobile just a while back. The sponsor of today's video, the company owned by actor Ryan Reynolds. They've got the funny videos out there that you may have seen, but unlimited talk and text. They bring you high-speed data. You get a mobile hotspot, nationwide coverage, and plans starting as low as $15 on the nation's largest 5G network. Large by a considerable margin. They keep costs low because they sell direct to you online and they don't have stores or salespeople. You can keep your current device. You can even do it on the internet and use their eSIM card process, which makes it super easy to keep your phone and your phone number. So if you want to save a bunch of money like I am, get going with Mint Mobile. You can get this deal by going to mintmobile.com/chatsports. The link is down in the comments and the description. Mintmobile.com/chatsports. Save some money on your wireless bill. Quit padding the pockets of the big-time wireless carrier and switch to Mint Mobile like I have. Switching over to Michigan football mailbag. First question on today's show. Dougie Fresh asked me, do you see anyone on Michigan going top 10 in next year's NFL draft? I actually have one person that I think many draft pundits out there could see going as high as top 10, which I'll tell you about in a second. Before I do, though, if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the Michigan Football Report, the most watched Michigan football show anywhere in the United States of America and Mexico, right? So if you're not in Mexico, you can also be part of the biggest Michigan football show anywhere out there. Biggest show in America, biggest show in Mexico. Hell, I think we probably have the biggest Michigan football show in the entire world. Subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Michigan TV. How about Mazi Smith? How about Mazi Smith as another Michigan football defender taken in the top 10, defensive lineman in particular, right? Kwity Paye a couple years ago. Aiden Hutchinson went number 2 this past year. Ojabo probably would have went top 15, but not top 10 had he not got hurt at Michigan's Pro Day. Bruce Feldman, longtime college football guy. You see him on Fox Sports and elsewhere. Listed him the number 1 college football freak for 2022. The Michigan football coaches are expecting a superstar season from him, and could it be 3 straight years of a Michigan football defensive lineman? Kwity Paye, Aiden Hutchinson, and then Mazi Smith. He's putting up numbers in the weight room and the broad jumps and everything they look for at the NFL Draft Combine that would potentially make him a guy who just kind of, hey, maybe he's a middle round pick, maybe a middle first-round pick, late first-round pick. You see him at the Combine, I think he's going to jump in. If he has the big season number-wise, which he really hasn't done so far in 3 seasons, plus has the athletic freaks, attributes from guys like Feldman going into the Combine, I think he could potentially make it into the top 10 of the NFL draft. There might be a couple others. Blake Corum, if he has a wild, crazy season too. But I think Mazi Smith, the one Michigan football player, has the best chance of going top 10. Let me know what you guys think, though. Will Mazi Smith, not necessarily top 10, will he go first round in the 2023 NFL Draft? If you think yes, I'll just go yes. I'll type my Mazi down below. Go ahead and match that. Type Mazi if you think yes. If you think no, it means you're a hater, and this is a no-haters day. This is a business week, game week. Stop watching the video if it's no. Right now, delete YouTube from your phone. Mazi Smith, I got him going first round, so I'm typing my Mazi. Glenn X asked, if Michigan didn't lose Ronnie Bell last season, would they have gone undefeated? I don't think so, because they got what they needed out of the offense against Michigan State, right? They were up 16 points in the middle of the third quarter, and it was really the defense not being set multiple times on defense. And Kenneth Walker, they got off fast snaps, and the Michigan defense wasn't ready for him, right? As good of a season last year that Michigan had, the reason they didn't go undefeated in the regular season was mostly because the defense against Michigan State let Kenneth Walker go for 5 touchdowns, something like 200 yards, and the Michigan offense gave him a 16-point lead. Now, the Michigan offense had their issues, right? J.J. McCarthy had a fumble. One he got, one he lost in the second half. Cade McNamara had a chance to come back and win the game for the Wolverines, but he threw an interception late in the game. So the offense certainly struggled, but I don't think Ronnie Bell would have been the difference in that game. I think it was the defense blowing that 16-point lead. Aaron Osmus says, are we getting Ronnie Bell back or what? Right? Got a few questions coming on Ronnie Bell, so I'll just go through these really quick. Aaron's question, Mark Rudolph said, is Ronnie Bell back 100%? Pretty interesting run of questions there on Ronnie Bell. So he is back 100%. He will be full go, likely a punt returner to start the game against Colorado State, and Michigan's #1 wide receiver. His production so far in 4 years at Michigan has been pretty dang good, right? If you think back to 2019, he was on a roster with NFL starting wide receiver Nico Collins, NFL starting wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones, Tariq Black, who was a big-time recruit, didn't actually shake out in the NFL. As far as I know, I think he might have gotten a practice squad, and he was the leading receiver on that team. He was the go-to as a true sophomore, 48 catches, 758 yards, 15.8 yards per catch. His problem has always been getting in the end zone, right? Last year was clearly the #1 wide receiver to start the year. 1 catch, 76 yards, and then tore his ACL after a hell of a game in the opener last year. That catch for the touchdown, he had that other one-handed catch that got called pass interference, and a heck of a punt return in that game before getting injured. But when he returns in 2022, he will be Michigan's offensive leader. He'll be the emotional leader of this offense, and I think the guy who sets the tone every time Michigan walks out in the field on offense. So I am definitely excited to see Ronnie Bell return to this program back 100%, and we'll see if he can, overcome that ACL injury. He's saying he's 100% back. He's having great play in practice. We'll see if it shakes out in the game. Hopefully it's a big-time season, and then goes on and plays in the NFL. But I want to know from you guys, how many touchdown catches will Ronnie Bell have in 2020? Don't go off this yet, Sam. I actually want to go full screen here to give some more squad shout-outs because I didn't finish them on Saturday's video. So let me know how many touchdown catches for Ronnie Bell this season. I'm actually going to go 5, right? People, I said a month ago, people are like, only 5? No way. He'll have way more than that. You just saw the numbers, folks. He has struggled to get in the end zone throughout his Michigan football career, so I am going 5. Let's continue the squads. Bring me full screen, Sam. Get some more shout-outs to everybody who did it on last week's video. I told you I would. The Sports Talk with JR, Mario M. Twice, Michael Taylor, Aaron Cooper, Sean Searing, Jared Jones, Alex Book, Teddy Alina, Isaac Cook, John Kimmerly, who might have gotten 2 shout-outs, Becky and Chad, longtime viewer, thanks so much to you guys, Daniel Postiff, John Blaze, my boy, Ja Axe, Kevin Keys, Russell Fleming, Michael Cush, and I think that's everybody I missed out on last week's show that we didn't get to. A lot of also people I'm seeing there typing in real one on a show prior to that. So the squad got the shout-out. It's game week. Get prepared. Tomorrow's Monday. We'll look at Colorado State. We'll look at what to expect around rumors and news, depth chart, starting quarterback. I got a ton to get into. We're going to have a video September. Well, just start this week. Monday, tomorrow, every day through the end of Michigan football season, you will have a video here on this channel. Make sure you subscribe to us. Go Blue.